Alright, so here's the other small garage here. Your house is all bricked in the front, which is awesome. Okay, over here is a little side fence I was telling you about. I don't know, it's roughly about 3 foot high. It's not very high. Got a little platform here, but then you got nothing but grass going to it. So the fence, here's what I was talking about earlier. Down here at the bottom, you can see that the fence obviously needs some work done to it. You can see that it's been torn out a little bit and it's rotten out at the bottom just because of probably there's a sprinkler head right here. That sprinkler head's probably hitting it, which is causing it to rot. Then you got a little spot right here, kind of where you stick your trash cans in. And once again, you got a little bit of brick in here. This is the little spot here, like I said, for trash cans. And here's what I was telling you, this is kind of their dog run. You can see, obviously after the rain, it's probably a good chance you guys see it. It's going to be put some grass in here because it is nothing but a mud pit, but you do have steps that do come through here. Then you got your little door that was from your garage. So once again, you can see it is pretty muddy. And then there you can see you got your wrought iron coming out, and then you have a gate right here for your dog run, and then there's your backyard. Here is your air conditioner. It is a gigantic beast of an air conditioner, I can tell you that much. It's pretty huge. Siding looks pretty good. I think I'll try to find the area. Scott took some pictures of it. There was a little spot on some siding that might need some work. But here's your little bay window that comes out from your kitchen, which is where your nook would be, not the main dining room, no. Little kitchen window there. Alright, let's see if I get too muddy here. Alright, now we're back in the backyard. Here's obviously where your hose would be. This is going to be, we're on the east side of the house right now. So you got some nice bushes. They're coming down. You got wrought iron fence. Like I said, your backyard's not gigantic, but you guys don't need a big backyard. As you see, here's kind of the back. As you can see the water level, you can see the water up right now. So this is a good shot for you guys to be able to do stuff. Look at the house. Alright, so here's the retaining wall they put up. This is the window. They said that they had the flooding from 98. That got in a little bit. But this is the window that came through. But like I said, here's the retaining wall. Looks really nice. It's in really good condition. And then here they still got the retaining wall up, and then they put some shrubs and stuff around. Kind of decorated up a little bit. And of course above is your deck. There's the door that's kind of right by the kitchen, but it's actually in the living room. Once again, retaining wall. Your deck. And here's the stairs coming down. Once again, here's the retaining wall. Then here's your kind of your back patio. You can see here they put a nice little bench here. And it's got real nice steps coming down leading to the back of your gate that leads you out. And then now we're going to come out here and I'll show you kind of where we're at with the water. So when I came by earlier, it was right about, you can see the little lines here, right about here. That's where it was up to. And then you can see now after about, an hour and a half, you can see how far it's drained down. And it's a pretty good little steep here. So once again, you can see here, and then going down. I know it's gonna be jumpy, but I'm trying to do two things at once. I mean, that was a good probably 47 inches of water up. You see it measuring about 47 down to now where that fence is. So it drains pretty good. Here's the water now. I'm standing right at the foot of it. And you can see there's water here. You can see your neighbors, and then they have a big long retaining wall. You can see how far down it is from the top of its wall, and then it's still got a lot of ground to get up to their wall, to kind of a steep slope in their backyard. Then you got a pretty good steep slope here. Utility box. And once again, there's your back gate that we just came out of. So just to give you an idea, here's where the water is. Then you kind of come up a nice good steep hill. Then there's your back gate. Once again, here's your back porch. Nice good view of it. I'll come back through, give you an idea. Here's an overview. You can kind of see where it's flooded at. This is supposed to be your fence, and then going directly across at the edge down there, that corner of that rail, it goes directly across as a bridge, and you can see the sidewalk on the other side. So you can see, but that has a pretty good solid dip that goes down. So that's why this will flood pretty often. So once again, right at the edge of that wrought iron, you turn right, and then you go across, and you see the sidewalk on the other side. And then, of course, there's your playground, there's your pool, and then your tennis courts are right over there as well. There's your playground, right there is your pool, and then right over there, you can see the tennis courts. You can see the lamps over there. They have it lighted pretty well, but obviously they've got water all the way up. Alright, so let's go back. Once again, you got some nice, really cool steps here. Now, this was I was telling you about the retaining wall, how they did a really cool deal. A lot of times what they don't do is they don't put this extra step right here, but you do have this extra step, so it's not like a 2 feet, drop here. You can see here it's a pretty good drop, but they put this extra step in here so that it's not a big deal. Now here's an issue over here on the side. You can see it's got this is a pretty steep little hill here, so water in here is pretty rough, and you have your spout, and you can see how it drops down, but then you can see there's a bunch of dirtness in here. So what we'll have to do is fill all this dirt in. You want to get some grass down, and then from that spout we'll have to run a drain spout all the way down so it has a better way of flowing out, so you don't get this big old gap down in here. But once again, here's your side. Once again, here's the steps. Now we just kind of come up, and then once again they bricked in right here. And this one's just kind of a pretty bigger drop before you get to the actual wood, which is still not too bad. A lot of people didn't even do that at all. Now this is your patio underneath your house. That's a very, very long patio over here. It's pretty long, and this is a pretty wide patio over here as well underneath your, once again, you're underneath the upper deck. And then you obviously have it down. It's obviously a walkout, so you can come out from the living room from downstairs. And it's after all this rain, there was not a drop of rain down here. So Joe, I know you talked about that, and it was very, very windy last night when it rained. And so if there was going to get some rain down here, last night would have been good. And this place down here is plumb dry. Nothing down here. All right, so now I'm going to go to the front of the